This is the 2010 Absolute VC Designer of the Year Awards. Johan, tell me a little bit about the history of VC and this award.
We started the competition in 2007 because as a decor design and architecture magazine, we want to reward the excellent people in those categories.
How on earth do you get down to 5 nominees?
What makes the award really special is that all these people are nominated by their peers. We appoint a judging panel and then they can each nominate 5 people. And then we count all the votes and then the 5 top ones are the 5 finalists.
These are the finalists for SA's biggest award ceremony in design, decor and architecture. Di Marshall is the lady behind internationally famed wonky ware pottery. If you were to explain wonky ware to somebody who's never seen it before.
First of all, I think you would have an emotional response visually because it's very tactile. And you'd want to pick it up and you'd want to feel it because we work with textures. So I think if you have an emotional response, a good emotional response, it's good design.
Peter Richards Centre has won the award for the World Building of the Year in 2009. Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind the design?
Mapungubwe is a World Heritage and a National Heritage site. So what I chose to do, even though I've spent a lot of my life researching African culture, I chose for the building not to represent any particular ethnic group or make any reference to it. And I chose to rather the inspiration be the landscape. Unemployed women made the tiles by hand, so the building's made out of the soil from the site, so there's no transport cost. The stones that are on the roof are the stones that were cleared to put the building down and then put back.
Adriana and Katie are the uber-successful design team behind the Dr. and Mrs. Furniture range. Your designs, and forgive me if I'm using the wrong terms, but seem fairly simplistic. I mean, it probably takes a lot of thinking to come up with them.
We design a lot of the times for ourselves and for our peers, and then we focus a lot on simplicity, quality, and then also a range of colors so that there's something for everyone.
Bob and Pitt are the innovative design team behind Soccer City. Where did the initial design idea come from?
It was an idea of a calabash, an African pot. It was about community, and it represented the melting pot of African cultures.
What were the greatest challenges?
It's a design and build contract that we had for the stadium, so it essentially meant that we had to design the entire stadium as we were busy building it.
Pierre Swanepoel designed one of the most modern structures on the Josie skyline. Tell me a little bit about the design process.
This is part of a family of buildings, and conceptually is to do with that corner in Johannesburg. It's the one corner of Rosebank. It's very kinetic with all the cars flowing around it, and also try to make something that speaks of publicness. So therefore you get the sense of being easy to move through the building, and that sort of gave birth to its form, I guess, and also to its iconic nature, if you wish.
Do you think there's a significant design difference between what's coming out of Johannesburg and what's coming out of Cape Town?
Very much so. I think Johannesburg is more sleek on par with Europe design, but Cape Town is the design hub.
Marianne, as an acclaimed fashion designer, how do you think the judges get their head around comparing architectural structures like football stadiums to plateware?
Well, I think basically the same principles would apply. I mean, you want to look whether the object is functional and beautiful. You want to look at the practicality of it. You know, there's certain golden rules when it comes to good design.
I would think it's very much about someone who actually looks at design, has found their own signature really, and is very strong with that. It comes out as something that comes across being very clear, as the identity being very clear.
Boyd, as last year's winner, what does tonight really mean to the design fraternity of South Africa?
Well, it's a big evening in that you know, the award is from a place of great integrity. The magazine has a real strong focus point of view, and I think that's exciting for anyone that wins the award.
Well, Tammy, fancy meeting you here. What are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm the monster of ceremonies, so I'll be keeping everyone busy from the podium and taking them through the proceedings. Ladies and gents, It's that time of the evening, the important job to announce the actual winner tonight. Our special guest, Lee Edelkoop. Can I have you up on stage to do the honors?
Absolutely, Mr. Rich.
My message is that Africa is the place of the fresh and the new. Just take courage and look at your context. Look at culture and our multicultural situation, and look at your landscape, and look at what's embedded in that. And it's enough to inspire you to do whatever you want to do, because Africa is the place of the fresh and the new.
Well, tonight has made one thing abundantly clear. As in so many other areas in the design world, South Africans have the talent, we have the ability. All we need to do is harness the courage to turn our dreams into reality.